And just before I lose my voice, I'm bringing a professional broadcaster on to talk Triple Crown Racing, to talk about comedy in America. He's been working on my comedic take, and I am going to drink coconut something from the Miami Super Bowl Live. Welcome, Kenny Mayne.
Thanks for having me. I saw you run around recruiting better guests.
No, that's not true. That guy climbed 6 out of 7 summits in the world.
This thing is like, when you're at a party and you just know they're looking like this. They're trying to,
looking for a prettier girl. I wouldn't do that to you, dude. I like you too much, man.
We've done this for a number. What I remember you most from, I'm sure you have the same, is standing on the rooftop at Pimlico every year. I mean, we were there for the guy who ran out. Remember the guy who ran out and tried to punch Artax coming down the stretch?
Dude, I hope he's still in a jail somewhere in Harford County. I have friends that are Facebook friends with that guy. That guy's still alive. Yeah.
I hope he's doing better. Hope he got his life all right.
So when Howard Cosell would go up to people, because I think of Howard Cosell when I think of the Preakness, the only time I was ever in his presence, never spoke to him. I was too intimidated. He was too tall. The jacket was too gold. Wide World of Sports when I was a kid. But he would say, "Tell me something that I don't already know." So I was going to do that with you. I was going to say, Kenny Mayne, we've been friends for 2.5 decades. Tell me something that I don't already.
I'll do that. I'll give you one that's similar that you can use that I like a lot. Mm-hmm. A friend of mine, Chris Smith, his wife, says, "What's improved?" Just like,
what's improved?
That's a great line.
I've known you long enough. I know you had a tragedy with your child many moons ago, and love of horses, and the old quarterback injuries, and the comedy, and all that stuff. But you're still in love with horse racing, like as much as anybody that. And this is a lifetime affliction for you.
Yeah, I don't call it an affliction. It's an affinity for it. Great. There's so much to love about. I was just reading down here in Georgia. There's been some on the side.
They race cars here, not horses, right?
Yeah, but there have been some like, hey, look how many jobs we created. It's not just the racetrack and the betting. There's the guy who's the farrier, the guy who sticks the shoes on the horse. There's the guy who's going to sell the grain. There's all these secondary things that are attendant to it, and so I think sometimes people miss it. It's the same thing with big-time sports. There's the vendor.
Well, in our state, there's no greater conversation than what will become of the Preakness. I see you out there all the time. Maryland Jockey Club's fixed up Laurel.
Isn't it the same conversation for 15 years?
It is, and it's the story of my life.
That they're going to take it away?
Well, I don't believe it's going to Fort Lauderdale, right? Yeah. I don't believe that.
Somewhere else maybe in the region, though,
Well, they fixed Laurel up. And this is a conversation we're going to have as to what the value is to Baltimore, what the value is to the state, what the value to the neighborhood, and how to fix the neighborhood up. And I don't know, Kenny.
I like the neighborhood people. Always been good to me. I love coming in. There's people like cooking barbecue on the side, and you $3. You got yourself a dinner on the.
It's down home.
There's a feel to that neighborhood, and for a couple days, a few days, it's a nice little economic boost. Remember the old days, the guys with the shopping carts. That was when they let people bring stuff in. I think
Kenny, you don't want to know the real stories. When I do a podcast and I don't have an FCC license, I will tell you stories of Preakness days of yore. Well, they used to build scaffolding out there. People used to bring their couches that they didn't want in their dorm room anymore, the one that all sorts of things have happened. They would bring it out for the day, utilize it one last time. Yes!
Just abandon it.
Absolutely.
So you said, tell me something I don't know.
I was involved with acts there so perverse, so profound.
All right, enough of that.
That decorum will not allow us
I'm going to tell you.
A little Animal House. I was giving you a little Washington.
I get it. I'm going to edit. That was shot in Eugene, Oregon, wasn't it?
Oregon. Yeah. That's my bad.
I'm going to edify this conversation.
It's all the same people.
When you up there by Alaska.
Yeah, it's the Northwest Territories.
Yeah. When you said something about tell me something I don't know.
Yeah, sure. I want to learn.
How did he say that?
Tell me something that I don't already know.
Well, your listeners don't know, but you know a little because I just told you. So way back when, and you mentioned injuries, I broke my leg playing football, 50 years ago, whatever it was. And now I'm old, and my ankle's just like locked up. It doesn't move very much, right? So if I try to do something athletic or even walking in the mall with regular shoes, it goes bad. So that's why I'm always wearing flip-flops or slipper, like no shoe is
I thought you were just trying to be cool.
No shoe is the best shoe because then, right, the barefoot's the best physically.
Bernie Rubble. Yeah. Right.
But about a year ago, I ran into this guy in Gig Harbor, Washington, beautiful little area down south of Tacoma on the water, and he's making these braces for soldiers, and they do all the R&D because they went out and got injured at war, came back with these messed up ankles. He made this insane brace, takes all – I don't know how he does it, but I don't care about the science. Like, I don't know how my car works either, right? But I know it works.
You know
Press
what?
a button.
Plug away, please, because I got to say, I got a similar story. Go ahead.
So I got this brace, and immediately, like, I cried for 2 hours because I couldn't believe my good fortune. I can get on the trail. I'm running 15 miles an hour. Like, in an instant, I was changed. So my wife and I called her and tried to get it out. I could barely talk, telling her what I just got. And we started a foundation called runfreely.org, like one big word, runfreely.org. And we're giving these braces away to veterans who need them. So in about 5-6 months' time now, we're already up to 5. We got the money to do number 6 and number 7.
An unbelievable video you were showing me on your phone about.
That girl flew in from New Mexico, showed up at the clinic in a wheelchair, and she left walking out. I mean, it's like the miracle shows you see.
And these are all war veterans?
Not all the injuries were from war, but they're all veterans who were injured one way or the other.
People serving our country.
Yeah. I mean, there's one case we're actually going to help a child of a veteran. We're still helping a veteran. The child's the one with the problem. But in general, our mission was let's pay back the veterans who went and served, and in my case, whose injuries led me to this miracle that I have now. Because I played last night with the veterans against the NFL guys, had a blast, came out uninjured, ankle feels good.
Who's a better athlete, you or Snoop? Don't lie.
Well, we do different things. I can throw better. I can throw better than he can. He can run and catch better. So I don't know. All
right, I know he plays too.
Yeah.
He's a big part of this as well.
He played twice. He was. The best part about
Main event, always in town for the
Good
Preakness.
times.
You got it. We're live on Radio Row. It's all brought to you by LifeBridge Health Sports Medicine Institute out of Foundry Row in Owings Mills. They fixed me so much so that I haven't worn my Stan Stasiak brace.